Greetings and salutations. Name the movie if you know that reference. Older movie, rom-com, considered a dark comedy, black humor as it were. Bonus points if you can name it. So let's see where we're at. I didn't do much on Friday, but on Saturday I did manage to get fortunate enough to group with Burrs. The guy was in a desperate situation if he's grouping with me, right? Because with the server patching, right? I think like 3/4 of his team is on Android and iOS, so nobody was available. So he was desperate to fill out his squad with some people. Otherwise, I'm not typically the kind of guy that he's gonna squad with. He's gonna squad with his clanmates first and foremost, and his buddies, and I'm not in that crew, and that it is what it is. And I'm not looking to be in that crew. I just like the competition. So sometimes I drop in on him and his squads when they do their time drops. I know I'm going to lose. There's no way you're going to drop on a squad of 6 Burrs if you're not dropping a full squad yourself and really do much of anything. You're just, bags of silver running around. But I like the challenge. I like to see what I can do. I like to see what I do against some of him and his guys, because he's a very good player, and he has some very good players in his clan. And if you want to kind of test yourself, it's good to go against good players. I like doing that. That's the whole reason I build my hangar up the way it is. It's not because I'm looking to beat up on people or anything like that. It's because it guarantees me that no matter what, I have a fair chance with anybody that I run across in the game. Right? There's nobody that's going to be like, well, don't get me wrong. There are people out there who still have better hangers than mine yet. Burrs is one of them. He's got some stuff I don't have, and I haven't been able to get my hands on. It's just what it is. But you get to a certain point, and you've got enough counters that you should be able to deal with about anybody and anything else they got in their hangers, right? And that's where I'm at right now, and that's what I like. That to me is the place to be. And then the only thing I look at after that is, in all honesty, the only thing I really even care about is I just like to get my back in the top 6K title back. That's pretty much it. Even though I never use it for anything. The only title I'm actually interested in? Where is it? It's this thing. Oh, make you circle through the whole darn thing. It's that lucky title. Because I like to think that I get lucky sometimes. And I take a certain amount of humor in having the title lucky when you do dumb things like jump off the bridge or something like that by accident, right? And then I think it's funny, so I wouldn't mind that at all. But no such luck can get anything like that to date, and then everything else in there is all pretty much junk. So I don't even know if I want to look. This is how people were getting the sword right here. What is this? $5 a spin. And you do enough of them, you get 2 of each of these, and you get your pilot, and voila, you got your sword. I think that's my understanding. You're going to end up spending $1,500 to $2,000 plus. I don't even begin to kid from what I've heard. I haven't even bothered. Didn't even try. You know what I was trying to get? I was trying to get another one of these rotten little blazes, because I have 1, and I need 2 to be able to do the super cool Teth fire build. Because sure, yeah, right, I have these scavenger blazes, but 753 at MK3, right? Versus 753 versus 1400. I mean, come on. It's almost double the damage. That is a very, very big deal. And I don't have that second one. So what did I get instead? I got 3 of the UE Coronas, and I got 2 of these stupid things. The Ultimate Mender. I know some people like them because they're like durable or whatever, but I think they're junk. And the reason for it is you know, I think I mentioned in one of my last little video talking to myself, is that I score my own things for mount points on this. And this is a very weak one, right? This has a whopping 3.5. This is shit for damage output. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And so I just have it here as a placeholder. I mean, you have to understand that when you look at my hanger, for the most part, once you get past the second one, these things are all just, you know, this is much more like a closet than anything else. I don't really use them. Could I drop down and use this at some time? Sure. Do I say to myself sometimes I should drop that down? Sure. Do I drop it down? No, I never seem to get to doing it. Oh, man. And it's a good bot. Don't get me wrong. And I got a nice solid setup on this one over here. And you never know. I might start dropping them again in the new season because shield breaking, right? And well, if you haven't had to drop them on the swords stuff before, why are you dropping them down? Well, it's not for the swords. It's for the new Titan, right? You may very well find yourself end game if your Titan goes down, or you not able to drop your Titan yet, and somebody else has dropped that new Titan down. You may want to start marking it from the Pathfinder so that you get shield breaks on it, because it's going to have permanent shields on both the left and right sides, not front and back. And then I think when it jumps, it gets the front shield. So you're going to want to have some stuff for those guys, I think. Those things are going to be... I'm definitely getting one. They look like they're going to be a royal pain in the butt. And that's always the bots you want to get, the ones that are pains in the butt. So let's check this out. Let's see what we get. See if I can not get too humilified. You know, one of the things I used to do when I was younger, and this game reminds me a little bit of it, is I used to play paintball. You know, not actual paintball. We here in the Midwest, we didn't do that in the winter. We did indoors in the winter and outdoors in the summer. Some indoors in the summer, but mostly outdoors in the summer and indoors in the winter. And of course, the reason for that is you shoot paintballs in the winter and they're going to freeze. And that is not a feel-good situation. The thing about this game, though, is you ever notice that you can break free and sweep through the back line, so to speak, right? And you can start taking out people from the backside. You can get into their spawn, their camp spawn. Well, you have to think of paintball. We used to do that there too. You'd have these things. You'd be stuck doing bunker fire back and forth. And then somewhere along the way, if you were a good flanker, and I like to flank. I was a flanker, especially outdoors. But you could, if you moved quick and you drifted it right, get yourself there, break line of sight enough times. Next thing you know, you're stepping out, boom, 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 boom. Just run really quick and just spray down right across the backs of people. And this game kind of reminds me of that, you know, that you can do that kind of thing with it. So, holy cow, look at this wait time. I don't know whether to keep waiting or to drop out and go to quick match. You know, let's drop out and let's try it one more time, because I do have preference for domination. And if that doesn't go, we'll do quick match. Not a fan of quick match because I don't like TDM. It's just, I feel like I'm chasing people around all the time, and it's just not that fun. That's why I don't like free-for-all either. Even though I want the title, I think it'd be kind of cool to have the Gladiator title. But I don't worry about that much because I'm not likely to ever actually use the title. Go figure. You know, you might think it's kind of stupid that I don't know where to use the title, but I like to think to myself that if I don't use the title, then I'm kind of like, you know, dropping in undetected on a match, you know, because me personally, if I see somebody like a living legend or ex machina or like anything like that, I say to myself, well, that guy's gonna kick some ass, so you got to keep an eye on him. And that's at that point, then I'm kind of like, well, you know, why announce anything? Why announce your accomplishments that way, right? Why not just kind of keep it on the down low? And so that's what I try to do, you know. Now you might laugh, you might say, "Oh, that's just crazy," but you know, the reality of it is I don't actually notice most people in game until, you know, after. Uh-oh, come on, let's see if we can get anybody here, because these guys have been kind of sitting back here, being annoying, being non-committal. So let's go see if we can drag them out, huh? Get them into this thing, full fledged.
Whoa, not a long time.
Alright, come on, come on. You know, these weapons are great for a lot of things, but they are absolutely horseshit vertically, right? 50 meters is about all you got vertically. You can chase people around. What you need to do at that point is you need to try to get yourself onto like high ground, so that you can get them caught into it. That's try to throw your sandstorm up at them, something. Uh-oh. Didn't realize that. Ah! Damn it, I wanted that one. Oh, I guess I don't really need it. There we go. Let's see if we can bring in some pleasure. Everybody likes it when you come running in. They get a kick out of it. I know they do. I can practically feel their smiles. Break line of sight, break line of sight. You know, there's some posts on Canyon. You can get behind this little tiny post and it'll block damn near everything coming at you. It's a beautiful thing. Learn to use them.
Ah, hi. Can we be friends?
Uh-oh, that's not good. He's probably going to be mean to me. Uh-oh, Kirby's. See, I was right. He's trying to be mean. That's antisocial behavior right there, if ever I saw it. You know, I've had to talk to enough guidance counselors in my life to understand what's antisocial behavior. What's considered that. See, now he's doing what I do, and I don't blame him at all for it. There are times when you're just not going to be doing a whole lot of damage to another person because they either got the unstable conduit, their tath, whatever the case may be. So in those kind of times, you can actually be better off just ignoring them, doing your thing, and going and trying to get and kill other players, right? Jack your numbers up a little bit. Because otherwise you're just going to be burning all your time on this one person. And for what? Not a lot of rewards, right? So I try to keep it to a minimum. I totally understand what he was doing and why. Do not get lost chasing some people around, you know? You're going to find that very often it is better very often it's better to just move on. I had one, for example, where I dropped into a free-for-all because I wanted to try to get a little, some points towards the gladiator thing. And I dumped this guy's sword right off the bat, right? Successfully hid from him and then immediately teleported over to where... see, now all I'm doing right here is I didn't expect to kill him. My point in this is to keep him off the beacons, that's all. So that he's not closing them out on us. I didn't actually intend to do anything more than that. Even for this one here. Now I'll sacrifice a beacon to take down one of these little flyers if I can, just like that, right there. Go in, nail them, and then try to get it back to what I was doing. But yeah. And I dropped him. I dropped him right away. He rage chased me in his Teth around the entire rest of the battle. And at first I sat there and I fought him like I did with this guy for 20, 30 seconds. Then you realize that this is just kind of a dead end, right? So I just started ignoring him and going after everybody else that was out there. In the end, I ended up with 14 kills. He ended up with 4. Don't let yourself get caught in one of these kind of rage things. Don't allow. See, look at how short that distance is right there. It's really, really tough on the vertical. You've got to be like, I swear to God, 50 meters in diagonal. Even though they have the distance of your ring, that's as far out as they go vertically. You again. See, we got 2 minutes left. I'm just going to sit here. That couldn't have been the same guy. The other guy was like spun up and not taking squat for damage, so. Blah blah blah. 14 and 11. Nice. See, it's a great beacon runner. I used to love the Ravager, the regulator Ravager, because you could push with it, and that's kind of like one of the biggest things I try to do is kind of push a bit. That's what I don't like about the camper thing is they don't push, right? It's like you're going to lose a match when you're a solo player. If you drop on anything other than say like Yama or like Canyon, that kind of a thing, and you look at your team and you got 4 campers, right? 3-4 campers, you're toast, right? These people don't know how to push beacons. Not to pick on Billy, I love Billy, but I watched a match of his not too long before I came in here and started dropping, or before he signed off for the thing. And there's literally beacons that are unclaimed out in the middle and stuff, and he walks out there and he's shooting at things. He literally walks around the beacon. There's another beacon off to the side. He doesn't go and get them at all. He's so worried about trying to get that kill shot. And in particular, to really try to take somebody from the top all the way down to nothing. That's the favorite, right? And I get it, but that particular type of play, not Billy, that particular type of play, they don't have the ability to push the game, right? Sure, they can be kind of aggressive, but they can't push. And you've got to be able to push, and everything but TDM, you've got to be able to push. Otherwise, you're really allowing whoever you drop with to dictate whether or not you're going to be successful. You're going to do well if you drop and you see 1 camper, 1 beacon runner, 4 brawlers, right? Then you're going to do well. You drop and you see like 3 beacon runners, 2 balls and a lynx drop, and then another camper. You're toast. You're toast. game over. Just try to get damage. Don't worry about winning, right? You can try, and it happens from time to time, but it's we're talking about possibility versus probability at that point. That's why I spend most of my time saying, okay, if I can be in the top 2 for damage kills, consistently, that's going to treat me the best over time. And how I mean that is towards league advancement, because that's really all I'm worried about. I don't worry about honor points. I don't worry about wins so much. The only thing I really worry about wins for is wins will have a tendency to, you just get more points faster if you get wins. That's what that comes down to. How long that lasts, bud. Thank you for playing. I think you can kind of hide, but these things will eventually kind of pass over you when we get on level ground. Especially if I speed up a little bit like this. There you go. I appreciate your attention to doling out some points for me, bud. Here we are. Yeah, oh, look at that. 96. Yay! See? That's all about right there. What does this guy think he's doing? Hey, I just took that beacon, buddy. Get away from it. This is not open for you at all. There we go. See. Uh-oh, who's on me now? Because now they're getting me good. Well, yeah, frozen here. Bye-bye. I do appreciate your plan. Kinda. Kinda not. Is this really what you wanted? Because, you know. The thing I think some people forget about this is I don't have to see you to hit you. Where's my beacons? Oh, hey. Did I just see stuff? Ah, that's not helpful. No wonder I'm having to do all of this. He's over there ripping apart my team. Oh man, did they take that beacon again already? Son of a bitch. This is just not going well. Alright, bastards. Might as well get this over with. I've been spending all my time over there. Uh-oh. UE sword for the win, right? Yeah, well my team's not doing much. You know? So at this point, the only real goal is to try to get damage. We're going to take some point loss on this one. No way around it. Alright. Guy's kind of a pain in the butt. Get rid of him. See if we can get this guy out of here. Alright. Alright, see if we can take another beacon. Yeah, there's no way to win this one. My team has all but disappeared. And we keep losing that beacon. I don't know how many times I've taken that beacon. Oh, yeah, babe. Uh-oh. They're hitting me with the big guns now. Not much you can do sometimes. Yeah, it's like I said once before, you know, sometimes it doesn't matter how good your hanger is. Your team's just not going to do it. That's just all there is to it. Could have been worse. How are we sitting right now? 55-60. Not bad, I guess. Not bad for, what am I? 4 days in? I'll take it. 4 days into the new season, I'll take it. Alright, well, good luck out there.